Okay, today we're looking at the new Tactic AnyLink2 radio adapter. Now this new radio adapter has a lot of great features plugged into it over the old one, and we're going to go over that today and do some bench testing. Now as you can see on the table, I've got my P51 Miss America. This is an Air Core system, and it uses the Tactic radio system to control it. Now as you can see on the table, I don't even have a Tactic radio here. I've got a couple of Spectrum radios and a Futaba radio. And before you ask, the answer is yes. With the new AnyLink2 radio adapter, I can use all three of these radios to fly this airplane, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. First, let's go over the highlights of the AnyLink2 radio adapter, what you get in the box with it, then we'll do the testing. Now, this is, of course, the AnyLink2 radio adapter. It looks very similar to the old one, but it's got a couple of changes with it. Now remember, with the old radio system, you had to use a battery sometimes to use it with your particular type of radio, and you had to put the battery somewhere alongside the radio adapter and velcro it to the back of your radio. But now the AnyLink2 has a compartment that you put your battery in. Simply slide it in place like that, plug it in, close the compartment, and you've got one neat little package for your AnyLink2 radio adapter. Thumbs up on that one. Now, since we're talking about the battery, let's take a look at it. This is a one cell, 3.7 volt, 450 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery, and you also get a USB charging system with it. Now the charge times are around 30 minutes depending on how long you use your battery, but that's pretty much normal. Okay, you also get 3 cables with your AnyLink radio system, and for the demonstration today we'll be using these 2. The ones with the blue ends, the cable with the blue end, will be used with the Spectrum system. And this cable that has the square plug-in on the end of it goes with the Futaba radio. Now, since we're talking about the cables, let's look at the plug-ins. The plug-in that goes to your AnyLink radio adapter has been changed to a stereo jack type connector. Simply goes in like that, and you're good to go. Now, the old radio adapter had a 3-pin connector, and it wasn't that hard to use, but with the new stereo jack type connector, you've got a little bit more versatility where you can swivel that cable around and position it wherever you want to. Okay, some other new features with the AnyLink2 radio adapter is that you have increased signal range over the old AnyLink radio adapter. You have a clearer signal, gives you a little bit farther range, and the mounting system has changed. Now let's take, for instance, this Spectrum DX8. On the back you have your metal handle right here for the radio, and the AnyLink2 simply attaches to it now. No Velcro needed. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, now let's look at the DX9. It has a different type handle. Of course we can't attach the AnyLink2 to that. You're going to have to use Velcro to put it on the back of your radio system. But before you go running down to the hobby shop and get more Velcro, guess what? They supply some Velcro in your kit to do one radio system with. So that's pretty neat. Okay, now the other great features about the new AnyLink2 radio adapter, it is very much easier to program than the old one. Remember with the old one you had to do stick input sometimes for Futaba or Spectrum. You had to do a series of stick inputs to program it. Well, with this one, all that's gone away. It's pretty easy now. You have a mode button on it, and you have several different letters here on the back, and they all stand for a different radio system. F for Futaba, J for JR, S for Spectrum, H for High Tech, A for Airtronics, and C for Custom. Now what you would do is power up your AnyLink2. You will have a red light on by a particular letter here. Simply hit the mode button and toggle through your letters until you're on the correct radio system that you're using. Say F for Futaba or S for Spectrum, like we'll be doing today. Now, the cool feature, the C button, and it doesn't stand for cool, it stands for custom, okay? You can use the AnyLink2 with a different type radio system by choosing the custom option, okay? Now what you would have to do there is you would actually have to put it in custom mode and do a series of stick inputs to program the AnyLink2 to work with your different radio. So that truly did speed up the programming process for Futaba Spectrum. I know it's real easy to do. I had to reverse a couple of servos directions for the Spectrum radios, I believe, but I think the Futaba was dead on. Okay, well, that's about it for that part of the review. Let's go ahead and put the battery in and do some bench testing here. Now, as you can see on the front of my P-51 Miss America, I've got my custom 2x0 prop set up, so the plane just doesn't go flying off the table here. So I can show you it works. Alright, got the battery in. We're going to go with the DX8 radio system. Use the DX8 or the Spectrum cable. Going to use that new mounting system right there. Then we're going to plug it in. Just like that. The radio automatically comes on. You don't power it on. Make sure your radio is off when you plug in the trainer cord, or plug in the cord to the trainer port. I've already selected S for Spectrum. Let's go ahead and power up the P-51 Miss America and do the first test. Boom, we're there. Check it out. Alright, ailerons, which you can't see, but I'm telling you they work. Elevator, rudder. Well, you can see this. Watch this. And that's with the Spectrum DX8 radio. How cool is that? Alright, power down the airplane. We're going to power down the DX8. And we're going to try the DX9. Now, I don't have Velcro set up on this, so I'm just going to have to hold it. But we're going to plug it into the trainer port on the back. It's going to automatically turn the radio on. Remember, don't turn the power on. We want to use the AnyLink radio adapter. Okay, so we're ready to go there. Let me set this down and plug the power back in to the P-51 Miss America. Oh. DX9. Ailerons, elevator, rudder. Alright, watch the prop. There you go. Just that easy. Okay. Let's go ahead and power down the airplane. Power this down. Alright, that was the DX8 and DX9 Spectrum radios. Let's go with the Futaba radio now. Of course, we're going to have to change the cable. We're going to use the Futaba cable. Now this time, we're going to have to change the setup because we went from Spectrum to Futaba. So now, that's where you take your toothpick or your pen or whatever. We're going to hit the mode button. It's on Futaba. Now, let's power it down. Let's power it back up. Alright, it says Futaba on the back. My radio is ready to go. That's the 8FG by Futaba. Let's go ahead and plug in the airplane. Alright, magic moment. Let's try it again. Ailerons, elevator, rudder. Watch that custom 2x0 prop spin. How about that? Okay, there you have it. The AnyLink2 radio adapter with the Spectrum DX8, the Spectrum DX9, and the Futaba 8FG. You can see it was that easy to use and set up, and I'm sure you could really take advantage of this system. Say, for example, you like one of the tactic radio systems or the airplanes that are called transmitter ready, but you don't have a tactic radio, but you've got one of these. All you have to do is get the AnyLink2 and you're pretty much in business. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the quick review of the Tactic AnyLink2 radio adapter. Remember, as always, I'm glad you got to see me, and I'll see you later on the tube. And remember, keep on flying.